Hey everyone, I am back today with another video, and today I want to talk about something that's kind of come up a lot. Um, it's kind of related to the fact that arena's not really in a great place. Obviously, by that I mean normal arena, not tag team arena. I think tag team arena is probably fine at the moment. It's got reasonable rewards, even for accounts that can't even get out of bronze 1. Like, there's the option of energy, there's the option for Drexar fragments. Like, I think tag team arena for how it is at the moment, okay. There are a lot of complaints about regular arena, and in my eyes, I think most of that actually stems from complaints about missions. And what I want to talk about today is the fact that just because you have the mission here does not mean it should be your goal. Now, that does come with a caveat. The first 76 mission, so this first for the 300 gems here, I think you should just blindly follow and do what it tells you to do. Like, that's perfectly fine. You're going to get a good amount of just random rewards from this. It'll help you in progression, and it'll be great. On the other hand, when you get into the second set of missions, it's going to tell you to do things that you shouldn't be focusing on right now. There's not really any reason for you to try to get into Silver 1 for a mission right then when you're not getting very good rewards for doing it, right? Like, if you have to invest in champions that you're only going to be using in the arena, and it's not going to help you progressing where you really want to be, which, in my opinion, Dragon is where you want to be progressing early. You want to be making sure you can do Minotaur 15 and Dragon as high as you can. Preferably 16, right? So that you're not getting mystery shards and brews. Like, your goal is to get to Dragon 16 as fast as you can to be able to farm gear. And working on champions for your arena team doesn't help you with that, right? Like, if someone is able to farm in bronze 3 and 4 without putting much of any effort into their arena team, like I did on this account, then what benefit are you getting from occasionally making it up into silver and getting a medal or two? And that's one of the things that I actually regret about my free-to-play account, was that, I spent almost a week, being very careful with my medals and refreshing as often as possible to try to make it up and get that one mission done to get this. And part of it was to show that, yeah, you can do that even without focusing on arena, but it wasted a lot of time. And I very easily could have had another 100 medals much earlier, and who knows, like, maybe I've got this up, well, this wouldn't be up to 2, but getting the accuracy here to 2 and the defense and HP up to 2 much faster than I'm going to now. That getting up to silver 1 that early didn't really accomplish anything for me, other than saying that I could, but in terms of progression in the game, it didn't help me at all. So I really do think that just because these missions are here does not mean you should focus on them at all, because if you really think about it, what it comes down to in this game, it is about champions to an extent, but without gear, those champions don't do anything for you. On my main, I see in gold 1, 2, and 3 all the time, I see teams that have War Maiden and a starter still in them, in those levels of gold, right? Which all that means is they have a lot of gear that they farmed. Now, oftentimes they're with a speed lead and something like Seeker, so they're using double turn meter boost and they have attack up or something along those lines, which is fine, but at the end of the day, they're still just using rares and epics, 2 of which you can farm or start with. So that goes to show that it's not really the fact that your champions aren't good enough that you're able to progress into silver and then early gold. It's that you haven't farmed enough gear. And the more gear you farm, the easier every aspect of the game is going to be for you. Because if you go in and you look at Dragon, so let's go in just for a quick second. Like, if we only focus on the first 3 sets here in Dragon, right? So it's about a third of the time you're going to get a piece from one of these 3 sets. And if it's from the top row, so weapon, helm, or shield, it's not unreasonable that you're going to get an upgrade for one of your champions, maybe one out of 3 times as you're early on if you get one of those top 3 items. Now, the problem is, there's a bunch of other dungeons that you're kind of distracted with, right? But accuracy, speed, and lifesteal are sets you're going to use everywhere. Lifesteal may be a little bit less. You'll definitely use it in Clan Boss, and you'll be using it in Dragon most likely. But getting it early is a huge boost for you to get a good couple of sets of lifesteal to be able to push into Clan Boss without really even trying to focus on Clan Boss. And everyone at every stage of the game needs speed and accuracy sets. So it's not just that you're farming Dragon to progress in Dragon. Farming Dragon lets you progress everywhere, especially since speed is the most important stat for even Arena. So pushing in Dragon helps you push in Arena. But if you were to just blindly follow the missions, it wouldn't be telling you, hey, you need to go farm some gear. It's telling you, oh, I guess you should probably go into the Spirit Keep and farm some potions. And then eventually it says to go into Dragon's Lair, but it doesn't tell you how high really you should be. And then you're going to run into the 50 silver or gold medals, which I know, because I see in comments and on Reddit all the time, that this is a mission that people get stuck on. And the thing is, you shouldn't think about it as getting stuck. These should be a bonus, especially early game. Until you are somewhat close to being able to farm, or even just complete, the level 20 dungeons on auto, you're actually nowhere close to being able to get Arbiter anyway. So what is the rush in finishing these missions if it doesn't actually speed up your progress any? So that's kind of how I feel about the missions and how they're kind of looked at from, in my eyes, the wrong way, because they're more of a long-term goal. Even if you have one right here, does not mean you should be finishing it right away. Like I said, you should figure out what area of the game helps you the most in your current goals, and focus on that. So for me, I know getting to the point that I can consistently farm Dragon 16 is the most important thing I can be doing for my account right now. Now, the easiest way for me to do that in the last few weeks has actually been to farm Minotaur, and now I'm spending my extra energy on Spider, even for level 10, because I just need a little bit extra stats, and I have champions from 5 different factions that if I get an item from any of these 3, so whether it's a ring, necklace, or banner, if it's for one of the factions I have, it is some amount of stats that will help me. So I'll be farming Minotaur and then Spider 10 so that I can actually do Dragon 16. And, every few days I give Dragon 16 a try after I've made some upgrades. And as soon as I get to the point where I can do this consistently, I'm going to stop farming Spider. And I'm going to focus on this until my gear's good enough that I can continue pushing further. Because, again, Dragon is the most important area for me to be farming gear. It doesn't really matter at all what the missions tell me to do. And especially it doesn't matter what the quests tell me to do. Aside from making sure I get them done, and challenges are the same way. Like the challenges here, sure, I could do these at some point, but there's no need. This is going to be here forever, and I don't need a void shard right now, so I'm not doing it. So again, that's all just to say you need to figure out what area of the game is going to help you the most and focus on that regardless of what Plarium tells you should be doing, whether it's from the missions or the challenges. And if you're very early game and it tells you, you should be beating a dungeon boss 15 times, you should only do it the 15 times to finish this quest. You shouldn't do it anymore. Just like for the daily quest, if you don't have an XP boost, you shouldn't do the campaign boss more than 3 times. Or if it tells you to do 7 stages in the campaign, you shouldn't do it more than that either, especially if you don't have an XP boost, right? Because there's much better ways for you to be using your energy. So, again, this was a little long-winded, and I know that I happen to do that a lot, but it really is important to kind of internalize that just because Plarium tells you that you could or should be doing something doesn't mean that you actually should be doing that. So that's all I have to say today. Just like every day, I do stream at 7 o'clock Central Time, so right as the dailies reset. And then 2 hours later, approximately, I stop and then we do a quick sudoku on stream. And that is, again, I know I've said that quite a few times in my YouTube videos, but it actually has become pretty popular and there's a lot of people that hang out while we do that. So I hope to see you guys then, and thank you for watching.